Okay, we're here today with Jacob Lesage. Okay, we'll show his face. World champion 2010 and top 8 at World 2011, and we're here with his deck that he played, which is Yanmega Magnezone. So, Jacob, talk about the deck?
Yeah, sure. I found this deck was really solid because I had solid matchups all around. It was like the Dialga Chomp of this format.
Yeah.
So basically I had to ensure that it was consistent. So I added in the 4th Yanmega in testing and discarded the rescue energy from the deck because I figured it was really inconsistent. For Yanma, it's to ensure a great start with free retreat, and you can switch into starters like Absol and Cleffa, which I'll talk about later. Interesting play on this is I went for a 3-1-4 Magnezone. So if you were in for around the GE format, there was this card called Claydol, and what they would do is they would play a 2-3 line.
So that was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. And they'd add more of the stage 1 in order to draw into it more. So I figured that would work with Magnezone.
Yeah.
So with the 4th Magnezone, whatever from the line that you want to discard, you can just throw it away with Junk Arm, which is another excellent card. We'll talk about later.
Yeah, a lot of lists did that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Talk about the other 3 random cards. Well, random, but...
So there's these 3 cards down here, and they're just chilling at the bottom. Cleffa is just for the bad starts, and it's a great stall.
It's like a staple in the format almost.
Oh yeah. I dropped it Manaphy for it because I figure you already have 1 energy to retreat Absol.
Yeah.
And Absol's my other starter. So what you would do is at the beginning of the game, if you have it out, any basic set they play down takes 20, which is easy to snipe for Yanmega. And that was my explanation for that. Onto the trainer line, 4 Collector's staple.
Yeah.
And I ran 3 Judge, 4 Copycat because I figured I would want to get more of a hand gain on them rather than disruption. I figured 3 was enough.
Like if they already have a shitty hand, you don't want to judge them.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
2 Pokegear, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, just to get the supporters.
That's to ensure turn 1 play.
Yeah. And then
4 Junk Arm, that was in order to recycle all these.
Yep.
So with a count of 15 trainers, miscellaneous plus Pokegear, it was a lot of options. So consistency, right?
4 guns good in the format.
4 Candy goes alongside with the Magnezone line.
Magnezone.
Pokemon Reversal is also a staple in this format, and it's just like sniping anything.
Yeah.
Especially with a big hitter like Magnezone, you really don't want to risk anything.
Almost as good as catcher.
Exactly, yeah, catcher. So 3 in this deck for that. 4 Pokemon Communications is definitely a staple in order to ensure any setup with Magnezone.
Yeah.
So 4 the Azimuth, and then these 3 randoms as well. Super Scoop Up. I pictured Yanmega like a Gyarados, so you could scoop up the Yanmega and then it heals completely, right?
Yeah. And
it's also good for Pachirisu, so you can reuse the Poke Power self-generation.
Yep.
I added in a plus power because I don't run a Kingdra line. So if we didn't start with Absol, it was great with a lot of things. It would boost up your cap by 10 damage, which added for a lot of OHKO.
And then you can Junk Arm it too.
Exactly. So it's like 5 plus power.
Yeah.
And then Switch is also another staple in this format, and that sums up my list.
Okay. So like I said, about the deck, you kind of play like you said about the 3-1-4 is that you can get Magnezone out quick. Absol was for just being able to put damage on them, so like you could snipe them easier with Yanmega or do damage. How do you do at Worlds with this? Like I said before, you did top 8 at Worlds. Like, how did it work for you?
It worked great. It ensured a turn 3 Magnezone every game, which definitely added to my success. A turn 2 Yanmega was essential in every single game I played, and I never did drew with this deck. This is probably one of the most consistent lists I've ever played. It worked amazing.
How about your matchups? Did you feel like you had good matchups in most of the field, or were you just hoping to avoid a certain deck?
I felt like I had really good matchups against the field, except for one deck, which was Reshifusion. I feel like it was a bit of an underdog matchup, like it was a 60-40, definitely a little bit uneven, but you could definitely prevail to win with a few heads going your way.
Yeah. That was the matchup we lost to, but it was really close, man. Congrats on top 8 again.
Thanks, Kevin.
How do you think about this deck going forward in the new format? Like, how do you change it? Is it still playable? Stuff like that?
I definitely think Yanmega is playable. I'm not too sure about Magnezone with Catcher coming out because Donphan is going to rise in popularity. So I'm thinking that the list is definitely going to turn into Yanmega Donphan. I don't think Magnezone is going to see as much play, sadly.
Yeah. I mean, most of the turn support is the same. I mean, reversals obviously become catchers. Yeah, that's the deck. This is the Yanmega Magnezone deck. Once again, thanks, Jacob, for doing this.
No problem. Anytime. Kevin's a G.
I know.